Hello guys, salam alaikum. I'm in a different location today. I'm in my car, as you can see. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Anyway, well, that's a bit of an overstatement. I just wanted to quickly share something with you guys. I feel like it's something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and it kind of has been the basis of all my videos. But I wanted to share with you the one thing that you must change to become the best version of yourself. Muslim edition, obviously. But anyway, to get the video started, right? I feel like as human beings, we have this innate nature that we're never satisfied, okay? Like once we reach, for example, the body we want, okay, we still want to change things. Even if we've reached the point where you've got everything you want and, you know, your legs are looking a certain way, your arms are looking a certain way, and you're still picking at yourself, right? And then you get to another point, okay? So you reach this point, right? And you're kind of like, you're still wanting to fix more. And then it kind of starts going backwards and you start gaining weight and you start going backwards. And you wonder, why did I go backwards? And you look back at old photos and you say, oh my God, I was so skinny then. I was so beautiful. I was so healthy. I was so fit. You look back and you're like, I want to be like that again. So you try to do it again. And it becomes a cycle, right? So what's the one denominator that you're not changing? Okay, what is the one thing that hasn't changed through this whole time? Now, let's think about it. All right, I'm going to give you a bit of an analogy, a bit of an example. So me, as a person, coming from a Middle Eastern family, I've always been fed lots of food. I've been encouraged to, have a bit of weight on you. It makes, like, my grandma's always saying I look too skinny. She wants me to eat more. Like, it's very much, it's a big basis, right? Like, having that food as comfort, I think, is a big thing in Middle Eastern families because you come together with food and everything. Anyway, ever since I was younger, I've had complicated relationships with food. I've had eating disorders. I've had body dysmorphia. I've had everything, okay? And it's funny because when I started going to the gym, I think this is a shared experience with everyone, my body dysmorphia just got way worse. But anyway, so I started going to the gym, I started getting healthy, and I started getting quite fit. And then what I was seeing and what I see now are patterns of when I was a teenager, because I'm 23 now, is that I would always lose weight, then I would gain it back again. Now, this was also in eating disordered times, so I guess that also plays a part. But even as I grew out of that, I started doing the same thing. I started losing weight and then gaining it again, losing it and gaining it again. And I was always thinking, like, is my life always going to be like this? Am I never going to be able to accept that I'm fit and I'm healthy and I can stay like that? I don't need to constantly be in this battle of going up, down, up, down. So over this time, I've been working, and it's been like, I go to the gym and then I don't go to the gym, I gain weight again. I go to the gym and then I don't go and I gain weight again. And then the thing I've realized is that my mind hasn't changed. So when I look at myself in the mirror and I'm my desired weight that I want to be, and I'm slim and I'm lean, I look at myself and I still go, oh, there's still the arms, they're still a little too big. Oh, my stomach is a bit too, oh no. Oh, I've got abs, but they need to be more defined. Or I've got my legs, oh, but there's a bit of fat on them still, a little bit. I need to get rid of it. Or, oh, no, I can't. Like, you still feel that shame. So basically, you're feeding your brain when you're looking at yourself in this prime condition that you're in because you've worked hard for it. You're still feeding your brain that you're that same person. So at the end of the day, you're going to always revisit being that same person, okay? So instead of that, we need to shift our mindset, and we need to go to the gym, or you need to go to a mirror, okay? Every time you look at yourself in this mindset, you need to say, I am amazing and I'm fit and I look great and I've worked hard towards it. Now, I know this sounds very cliche, okay? But it seriously is life-changing. And this is the basis of the one thing that needs to change to become your most best self. It's your mind. It's your words to your mind. It's the way you speak to yourself, okay? And it's like that saying where every time you speak to yourself, it should be like you're talking to your toddler self, okay? You should give her the grace that people would give you at that age. You should give her the empathy. You should give her the... My phone ran out of storage, so I had to delete some apps. So hopefully this hasn't ruined the flow of my talking. Anyway, but yes, give your toddler self, give that sensitive girl, that fragile heart, give her that gentleness, give her that empathy, give her that nurturing that you would give to a toddler if you saw her on the street. You wouldn't say to her, oh, you don't look good today. You'd say to her, oh, your hips are too big. Your thighs are too wide. Your arms, they just need to be a little bit more toned. Like, seriously, you wouldn't dare. So why... It's almost like now we think we're adults, so we think we can just handle things. We think we're not sensitive. We think we're not these fragile beings. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created us as these complicated, fragile, sensitive beings. And I know obviously through trauma, through experiences, people get their own habits, they get their own responses to things. But inside, we still are that. We still are soft. We need love, okay? We all need love in our life. So we need to approach things with love. We need to look at ourselves and approach ourselves with love, okay? And I just think in this world, everyone's literally just trying to fake it. I don't even know how to be an adult. I'm just doing it like everyone else is, or I'm trying to just do it in a way that's good. But it's like, how did we really learn how to be adults is another question. I guess that could go on another tangent. Like, we're all just little babies, okay, that have just grown up, and somehow we're just navigating the world. So I really think that softness is so important, grace is so important, and gentleness is so important. And I really, really think that this needs to be something as well that you realize in your heart. Ultimately, you need to love yourself every step of the way. Every step of the way of any journey you're on, your whole life journey, you need to love yourself. You need to practice self-love. And self-love first starts with our words. What are we saying to ourselves every day? It's like you go into your husband, you say, I love you. You go to your mum, you say, I love you, and you give her a big hug. We need to do that to ourselves, okay? Because as I said previously, if we're not doing that to ourselves and we're not practicing self-love, when we reach the stage that we actually we're planning to be at, that was our ideal body, it was our best self, then we're never going to be happy, because we're still practicing going backwards. We're still practicing looking at ourselves as that past version of ourselves, of that negative perception. We need to shift our perception into being positive, okay? And that comes with a lot of self-work. And I think that also comes with a lot of experience and a lot of moments where you just feel like you're sick of it. You're sick of always having this up and down cycle. You just want it to be steady, okay? So a productive way to form an example of a productive way to go about this is literally write down. I have this written all over my walls in my room, and I kind of look like a crazy person if you walk in. I am a leader. I'm successful. I'm powerful. I'm fit. I'm beautiful. I'm healthy, and I have it everywhere. And I have all my goals written out. I have them everywhere. All on my walls in my room. I've got very personal statements, but all of these statements, they're all very certain. Okay, I always start it with I will be. I am. I will be this. I will do this. Okay, it's never I'm going to, or I probably will, or maybe I'll do that. Because without certainty, you're never going to succeed. Okay, you need to be certain. Okay, just like when you say I love you to someone, you love them. Okay, and you have to be certain before you say it. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be, anyway. So be certain, speak with certainty, not just to others, to yourself. Practice self-love, practice good habits, mental habits. Don't look at yourself and tell yourself you're ugly, you're a piece of shit, because it'll come true. Okay, look at yourself and say, I'm amazing and I'm effing beautiful and I'm going to run this world. Okay, all right, peace.